Hello everyone. Now we'll be discussing the next right, that is right to be informed. What is right to be informed? Consumers have the right to receive accurate information. Businesses are required to provide certain details about their product. Companies provide this information through product labeling. Now let us get into detailed one. Right to be informed. It means right to be informed about the quality, quantity, purity, standard, and price of goods so as to protect the consumers against unfair trade practices. Consumers should insist on getting all the information about the product or service before making a decision or a choice. This will enable them to act wisely and responsibly and also enable him to desist from falling prey to high pressure selling techniques. Individuals have the right to be informed about the collection and use of their personal data. They must provide individuals with information including your purpose for processing their personal data, your retention periods for that personal data, and who it will be shared with. We call this privacy information. The information you provide to people must be concise, transparent, intelligible, easy accessible, and it must be clear and plain language. The right to be informed is a very crucial component of consumer protection. These days, manufacturers provide detailed information regarding the contents of a product, its quantity, the date of manufacture, the date of expiry, maximum retail price, and the precaution to be taken while using the product, and so on, displayed on the package of the product. Such information help the consumer in deciding on buying and using the product. Now, let's get into an example. Few students from the National Law School, Bengaluru, demonstrated through an experiential study of how anybody can demand their consumer rights. Consumer 1, that is Vigesh Singh, he used an entire tube of Garnier Powerlight, a men's fairness cream, to check for lighter and oil and sweat free skin. The product had claimed to have an ingredient called Perilite to achieve the same. Consumer 2, that is Namrata Ramachandran, tested Nivea's Energy Fresh deodorant, which claims to keep body odor at bay for 48 hours. Consumer 3, that is Shashank Patel, tested VLCC's waist and tummy trim gel, which, based on 15 years of sound research, can reduce 6 inches of waist fat within 3 to 6 weeks. Consumer 4, that is Raghav Srivastava, tested Dove's anti dandruff shampoo, which claimed to contain zinc pyrithione to control dandruff. Now, unsurprisingly, in neither of these cases did the products show the results promised. In fact, when tested, VLCC's gel was found to have no slimming properties, and zinc pyrithione was found to be an antifungal agent, meaning that only dandruff caused by fungal infection could be cured. This condition was not mentioned on the shampoo's case, thereby violating a consumer's right to be informed with misleading and false facts. None of these companies responded to the demand of scientific proof for such claims and to the redressal of the grievances violating the right to be heard. When Ritu Chandra tested Himalaya's fairness cream and when it didn't make her skin tone any lighter in 4 weeks, as it claimed, she too wrote them asking for proof to substantiate these claims. In this case, however, there was a response from the company's legal department explaining the results of the study. No, their claims still aren't true. Although the consumer's right to be informed was violated in this case, their right to be heard was upheld. Now, this is an example of how a right to be informed is violated. Right to information. The consumer has the right to be informed about the quality, quantity, potency, purity, standard, and price of goods has to protect the consumers against unfair trade practices. Consumers should insist on getting all the information about the product or service before making a choice or a decision. They can complain and ask for compensation or even replacement if the product proves to be defective in any manner. This enables the consumer to act wisely and responsibly and also enable him to desist from falling prey to high pressure selling techniques. How do you register the complaint? Filing of complaint. A complaint must be filed with appropriate organization for the redressal of consumer grievances. Now, below are the details required to be known while filing a complaint by a consumer. Individuals who file a complaint, the following persons may file a claim under the Consumer Protection Act 1986. 1. The individual must be a consumer. Two, and any recognized voluntary consumer association if the consumer is a member of the association or not. Three, the central government or the state government. For one or more consumers, along with numerous other consumers having the same interests. Five, a legal hire or a representative in the case of a death of a consumer. Types of complaints that may be filed. A consumer has a right to file a complaint concerning either of the following reasons: adopting unfair trade practices or restrictive trade practice by a trader or service provider, goods that were bought suffer from defects, services that were hired or availed suffer from deficiency in any aspect, goods or service which are hazardous or likely to be dangerous to health and safety when used, when prices are charged more than MRP or displayed on the price list agreed between the parties involved. Now, this is how you file or register complaints. Now, let us end with a quote given by Mahatma Gandhi: a customer is the most important visitor on our premises. He is not a dependent on us. We are dependent on him. He is not an interruption in our work. He is the purpose of it. He is not an outsider in our business. He is a part of it. We are not doing him a favor by serving him. He is doing us a favor by giving us an opportunity to do so. Thus, I end my presentation. Thank you.